Well, this is the glazing technique that we're going to do next. I love this look. It's so easy and it's beautiful. So keep watching the instructional video so you get the right information to create this wonderful look. When you're using glazes to create your faux finish, you need to have a base coat of a satin finish paint on your wall. In this particular situation, I'm going to choose this as my base coat. So I'm going to roll this color on the wall. From there, we need to choose a contrasting color that we'll mix our glaze out of. Now that color can be either lighter or darker than this. It should be 3 shades either lighter or darker than your base coat color. So in this situation, I'm going to choose 1, 2, 3 shades deeper than my base coat color. And that's the color I'm going to mix my glaze. When you're using glazes to create your faux finish, you have 2 options. You can either buy pre-mixed glazes. Those are glazes that have color in them already. Or if you want to customize a color to create a glaze, then you can do that. How this is done is by purchasing a gallon of faux glazing liquid and combining it with a quart of paint. The ratio is 4 parts glaze to 1 part paint. Put it together and mix it up and you have a glaze. Before you begin glazing with the woolly, if you have not used this tool before, you're going to want to remove the lint. This is done with regular masking tape, and I pull a piece off, wrap it around my fingers, leaving the sticky side on the outside. Take the tape and drag it across the woolly to remove any lint. You only need to do this once. So if you've already done another room with your woolly, you won't need to do this. If this is brand new, go ahead and do this before you begin. Now we're ready to paint. Well, here we are. We've got our satin finish base coat on the wall. It's allowed to dry, and so now we're ready to glaze with the woolly. We're going to use the big brush and the woolly. Now I've applied a little bit of glaze on my woolly before I begin. And I'm going to take the brush and apply a splotch of glaze to the surface. From there, I'm going to take the woolly and I'm actually going to begin a jabbing, kind of a jagging motion to create the look that I'm after. What I'm doing is I'm spreading the glaze out. Now these edges here, you can leave them kind of raw, but I think that the most effective way is to kind of fade them down where they fade down into nothing, like so. From there, we go ahead and throw another splotch on the surface and continue glazing with a jabbing motion with the woolly. Now what I'm going to do here is I'm actually spreading this out so it fades over this area, so they kind of fade and overlap to create a nice transition like you see here. I don't leave any harsh lines. Now when we get up next to our edges and corners, we'll apply our glaze. And I like to take the brush and run it right along the edge, spreading the glaze into those areas. Then I take the woolly and I actually push it in those areas so that we end up with a nice professional looking edge line. Jabbing through. This is really a remarkably fast technique. It looks fantastic in a room. It gives a very Tuscan look, which is so popular. I think it's a very elegant and rich look. I love this look. I think it's just beautiful. Very Tuscan, very rich, very fast and very easy. I hope you have a lot of fun creating this look on your walls.